see what we know, like this head is full. But them, they have a lot too, but they remember. That's the beauty of two people coming together to become one because it's a balance. You understand? It's a balance. You get. So I think I've said a lot. What about if we don't
Live
live together
together.
and then the man bossing around like he owns all the house and we don't live together? Well, not living together is another ball game entirely, Camila. It's another ball game
Yeah.
entirely.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't live together, I think you have to live with your partner. You have to live with your partner to how do I say?
Committing.
No, what I'm saying in marriage. In
Yeah.
marriage, you
Yeah.
have to live with your partner to know you. How can you be married to somebody and living apart? You know.
So, I have a question. My question is about the olden days. I want the reason why I call it olden days way, but I'm not trying to be insultive to any person out there. But there is this popular mindset that some men have in this generation, still in this generation, that when we talk about submission, the idea that they conceive or perceive is slavery. When I talk about submission, it means that their wives have to crawl on the ground for them to actually feel that they are the head of the family. When we talk about submission, they feel that if you are not suffering in a relationship, it means that you're not submissive enough. So, as a man, right, what do you think about such mindset?
It's like you said, it's an old mindset. It's an old mindset. It's a mindset of being. It's an ignorant mindset. You know, like no man is an island. We you for a man you have to work together with your wife, your partner to make things work out. You understand? Nobody's your slave.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, nobody's. You cannot. You can. I don't know how, but it is not possible for you to call someone a slave and your friend at the same time.
Yeah.
A slave is not your friend,
Mm-hmm.
and because the relationship between a slave and a slave master is it's
Obedience.
strictly on obedience,
Yeah.
and it's like authority and obedience. And since I was born and now I am getting old, I have not seen a family that thrived on that foundation.
So are you like trying to say that if in a relationship a man still sees his wife as a slave, it means that he doesn't have enough love for his wife? Is that what you're trying to say?
If a man what?
Sees his or considers his wife to be a slave, or treats his wife as, as if she's nothing, or I don't know how to put it, but when we look at a lot of
And
relationship
that
these
love is
days.
out of that. That's not love.
Okay.
That's not love. That
So,
love at this that one love has evaporated. It's out. That's
okay.
not love.
So this is also for our brothers out there, right? Our brothers out there who are pursuing relationship. You cannot love your wife and at the same time you treat her badly. You can't love your wife and at the same time you consider your wife to be a slave, like she must suffer in the relationship to prove that she's worthy of that relationship. And as a woman, if you find yourself in that kind of relationship, you need to think twice.
Don't even find yourself in that relationship. Don't even be patient. Don't even be patient for that kind of relationship to find you. I think it is very. I think anyway. Like I would say, we cannot blame people who are victims of whatever thing is going on with them. But I think we mature over time, we grew over time. Because the kind of mindset I had in my early 20s when I entered the dating pool and all that, is different from the kind of mindset I'm having now. The vision I had about relationship then is quite different from the vision I'm having now.
Yeah.
So I think as we grow, we mature, we refocus, our purpose is well defined as we grow older. So you can't tell me that the things you were taking while you let's say you enter into the relationship, it was romantic, maybe high school or whatever it is, and you can't tell me that now that you've grown and you know, now you know, you learn it, read and all that, exposed and all that, and you know that this is not how it should be, or this is not how it should go, and you are still there. You know, how can I have conversation with your lover? How can I have conversations with my lover with something that we can't agree the same time? Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's a good question.
How can I have a conversation with
Yeah, my
your
lover.
love?
Yeah.
Yes, with something that we can't agree the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was saying it, I said it just now, Camilla. Sometimes disagreement between partner is not what was said, but how it was said. Do you understand? It's not what was said, but how it was said. Sometimes most people are used to raising their voice so high just to make a point. Some people raise their voice so high just to make a point, which to me is totally abnormal. It's totally, you don't need to raise your voice to make a point. Presenting a point calmly sometimes goes a long way. You understand? And then there are some other times that your partner or you need time to process, you know, an
Information.
information. My wife can suggest a thing to me and she is really sure of that thing she's suggesting, but at that moment she's suggesting that stuff to me, I might not see the good side of it or have processed it immediately. So I always tell her, okay, just give me time, 1 day or 2 days. Maybe in 2 days' time, she will now ask me, babe, what do you think about that thing? I said, by that time, I think I have processed, I have looked into it. You get. But there are some people that they want, is what we call, there's something we use in Finnish, heti. They want heti vasta. Answer me immediately. Do you understand? Like, now. What do you think? Now. Like, answer me. Because tomorrow it's too late. No, you get.
I'm part of those people sometimes.
Yeah, answer me now. Tomorrow is too late. Those kind of people, they need to change. You get, because most time if you present an issue, you just have to like patient. Okay, tell your partner to look into it. I like the fact that you tell your partner like, okay, I don't need answers from you now, but just think about it. You get. The part is hard to make understand each other because I am Jay-Z and he's Janus.
Yeah, I feel you.
And it's each apart from each other. Yeah.
My husband and I were from different generations too. We are not
Yeah,
from,
we are from
the
different
same
generations.
generation.
Yes. She's Gen Z.
I'm not Gen Z.
She's Gen Z.
I'm not a
and
Gen Z.
I am
I'm
I
not
am
a Gen
millennium.
Z.
I'm from the millennium.
I'm not a Gen Z.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop saying I'm a Gen Z.
Yeah, Y2K.
Babe, the Gen Zs are less than 25 years old. What do you mean that
Okay,
I'm a Gen
okay,
Z?
yes, okay. But you are almost Gen Z.
I'm not a Gen Z.
Yes. But I am millennium. I'm the millennium guy. So I still saw how things were done in the 90s. At least I was young, but I saw how things were done in the 90s. I
Hi,
saw
Prosper.
how
Welcome.
those things happen in the 90s. So I can be able to like, sometimes I might look a little bit old school with my style, but it
But
gives me
babe,
results.
you're not old school. You're not old school. You are, how will I say, you know how to strike a balance. So
Yeah, the problem is I'm a year apart. Yeah, I understand. You get the point. I get the point, Camilla. I get the point, Camilla. But age is just a number.
I
It
would
is
say
just a number. It has.
that babe, given that there is like disagreement in terms of, okay, this person is talking about this and this person is not seeing that from that perspective, I think you should try to have a conversation and try to understand why they don't see what you're saying in your perspective, and try to provide
Okay,
you should
Camilla, it's
try-
not for you. We understand.
and try to provide an explanation to, how do I say, Because in every relationship, right, you must compromise. Sometimes you have to compromise, sometimes your partner has to compromise.
True.
I don't know if you feel me.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to have that conversation too with your partner. If you feel like you're not being heard in your relationship, you also need to bring that up to your partner and say, okay, babe, this is it. Each time we have conversations, or when I bring up a point and you do not consider it, I don't feel heard in this relationship. I don't feel heard. Oh my God, my tongue. I don't feel heard enough.
Prosper.
So
Prosper is back. Camila,
yeah, your friend.
your TikTok online friend is here.
So
Good evening, Prosper. How are you?
try to have that relationship, that conversation.
Yeah, culture too plays a role.
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah,
does. It
culture
does.
plays a larger role. Then family too, how we were both brought up, we are
Yeah,
all brought up differently.
differently.
It also plays a role.
Prosper, they say you have a boyfriend, sorry, a girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend. Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, we are back. So, Prosper, today we are talking about submission in relationship. What do you think as a man? What do you perceive as a submissive woman? And as a woman, what do you think about the ideology of submission? And earlier on, David was raising very important points where he was talking about how submission.
God will bless Camila for me.
He was talking about how submission in a relationship is not just all about, okay, bowing down and worshiping one person, but it's also about understanding. It's also about compromising. It's also about um, bringing up ideas and then try to talk about it. And he talked about a whole lot of points here earlier. And if you have a question, please make sure to leave your questions in the comment section. And whether it's related to the topic or not, please make sure to leave your comments in the comment section. And also, if you would like to join the live session, just feel free to send your invite and we'll definitely bring you up as a guest. So now, my part, what do I think? The idea of submission, right?
Yeah.
So for me, first of all, one thing because we all know that the idea of submission, the reason someone is asking for a request, the idea of submission comes from scriptures, right? In the book of Ephesians, when Apostle Paul said, "Why men love your wives as Christ loves the church," and okay, good. Love your wives as Christ loved the church, and he died for her. And to the woman, he said, submit yourself to your husband, right? So that is where the ideology of submission is coming from. But the problem is there is a big misconception in terms of this ideology. Some men perceive it in the wrong way, and some women too perceive it in the wrong way because of how the society of today, or where the society of today is leading us to. Hi, Ventura, good to have you here. So, for example, you see that when the Bible talks about submission, before the Bible talks about submission, it talks about the men. So, in a relationship, both the man and the woman, they have their own role to play, and the most important for the man is to love his wife as Christ loves the church, right? And loving your wife is also means sacrificing, but we see this a lot in most relationship, how men love their wives and sacrifice for their wives and everything. Although I would say that in this generation of today, there are a lot of things happening around the world, and a lot of failed relationship. And I would say that one of the main roots of failed relationship is because we go away from the guidelines that the Bible had prescribed. For example, the Bible says, men, love your wife as Christ loved the church. But if a man does not love his wife, because how will I say it? If a man does not love his wife the way Christ loves the church, right, things are meant to be defective in that relationship. And a man who loves his wife is a man who is ready to sacrifice. A man who loves his wife is a man who will not cheat on his wife. A man who loves his wife is a man who will not raise his hands on his wife. With all of this kind of idea, if a man doesn't have that understanding of what it really means to be the head of a family, some men just think that to be the head of a family means you are authoritative, you give others here, you give others here, and it is what is ought to be done. But we see from the blueprint of the Bible that being the head of a family comes with love, it comes with sacrifice, it comes with giving space for your partner too. You get it? So just to say that we all have our individual roles to play in every relationship, right? Now the second part is for the woman. Now the Bible says submit yourself unto. The first thing is the man has to understand his role as a partner, as a leader, as the head of the family. It's not just all about okay giving orders, but it's also about love and sacrifice.
Yeah.
The second part for the woman, submission. Submit yourself to your partner. And one ideology that is going around the world is that submission means slavery, which we earlier talked about. Submission is not a symbol of slavery. It is not a symbol of slavery. One special thing that I like is the way God created us women to be. God created us women with a special gift, which is the gift to convince anyone. He gave us that ability that if we approach our partners the right way, they would give us a listening ear. It's a gift that not both genders do not have such gift, right? God gave us that ability that even when your partner is in a hot position, right? You have that ability to calm him down.
Yeah.
So we ought to learn how to use that to our own okay, good. I don't want to say we have to learn how to use that to our own advantage because it sounds a little bit selfish, right? It sounds a little bit selfish. And when it comes to relationship and marriage, I feel like another reason why a lot of relationships are in a defective mode today is because there's a lot of selfishness when people approach the idea of marriage or relationship. There's a lot of selfishness. People go into the relationship with the idea that I want my partner to do this, I want my partner to be like this, right? It's all about I.
Yeah.
In lots of relationships that you see that are defective, it's a lot about I, my wants, my needs, and we fail to look at our partner's needs. We fail to, because we are so focused on us, we are so focused on what we need, what we desire, what we want, what we are supposed to have, or what we are entitled to in a relationship, right? We tend to neglect our partners. But if both partners come into a relationship with a selfless mindset, guess what? Serving each other will be so natural. Because at that point of time, it's no longer about me, it's also about your partner. You get it? So that too comes in place. Prosper,
Yeah.
do you have anything to add, please?
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Good
Good evening,
evening.
Clasp. Oh, Camilla is on.
First of all, Camila. Oh God, Camila, you will not understand. Bring me another understand. When I know what I understand now. You see?
I know you give me the best one, and now you talk to me like this now.
That's why I say, that's why I'm happy. That's why I'm happy. Don't worry. Calm down. Okay? What's wrong? Okay, thank you for this opportunity, and ma'am, with like the explanation you give us here is very, very good. You take a great woman to be thinking like you, and for you to come to this understanding, I know my brother will never suffer.
Amen. Amen. Oh.
But there's one thing that me I know submissive, like being a submissive woman to your man. You see, I used to ask myself this question, like, why is it that when God is creating everything, God is creating everything. When He was creating man, He didn't create woman alone. He just created the man. And it's when He's done with everything, then He now have to bring out woman out of man. It's not like He creates woman, He brings out woman out of man.
Yeah.
Yeah, continue. Sorry.
I come to that understanding, and I know that it's like God already know more about women.
Yeah.
God already know more. Let me just put it there. In God's mindset, woman is already existing.
Yeah.
That make Him not to create. That make Him not to make them exist normal in heaven. Because He knows that this part of me, because woman is on that part of man, this part of me, there's something about themselves. Like, they want everything to be them, and them. Even if you're trying to put yourself first, please put me first. I'm your woman. This is your right. If you are eating any food, give me my own to eat first. Feed me first before you feed yourself. This is just out there. So they want anything you are doing, you should make sure that they are also involved. If you understand me, that is to let you know that women.
Thank you, Camilla.
See themselves like God. You understand?
Yeah.
Women see themselves like God, and they are not God. And men, we have our pride, we have our ego. God said, "I'm a jealous God." So if a lady comes and be like, let me just use God for example now. Imagine if God had a wife. Like, for example, imagine if God had a wife and God just God just come back to the house and his wife is expecting him to bring suya back. And God now have a lot of things in his head he's doing. Suya is the least thing in his brain. You now see your man. You did not welcome him. You did not welcome him because he did not bring your suya. Are you seeing the thing? Like, I don't want you to pick. I want you guys to pick something about women. Like,
Thank you, Camilla. Thank you.
They have this like self-authority.
Kitos.
That's why the Bible. Camilla, stop now. Give me small now.
Thank you, Camilla, for the gifts. Thank you so much. Thank you.
She's just trying to make me talk. Prosper is here, okay?
Thank you, Camilla.
Thank you, Camilla.
Yeah, Prosper, continue.
Yeah, so that's in the Bible, you see. That's why God said that men should love and ladies should
submit.
Ladies should respect and is this submissive?
Yeah, submit. Yeah.
Yes, ladies to submit and men should love. You see that submit? That submit is not just like submit. This thing is vice versa.
Yeah.
Men are the people that naturally, when we love you, we want to submit to you. Then women naturally want that love. Are you seeing it? But
so
because
true.
of how women see themselves to be and how men see themselves to be, God has to now switch it so that it can blend well. Me now, when I love you now, when a man loves you now, he won't look at any woman again. when he's not looking at any woman again, is that not submit?
True.
That is submit.
Yeah, that's submission.
And when a lady wants to submit to a man, deep down in her mind, she has already loved that man. Before any woman will say she want to follow you, brother, she don't love you. Nobody catch feelings past them. Forget all these things women will do.
True.
If a
100%.
lady choose now, see this guy, I like this guy, I love this guy. They will first and read you inside their heart and their spirit. They can even stay from morning to night. They have not sleep because of one choice they want to make. You understand? That as women for you. So God has to change it so that the family can blend well.
True.
So men love. So men should not be doing the thing that women should be doing, and women should not be doing the thing that men should be doing, because of he wants let there be peace in that home.
Yeah.
True.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that is just what I know. It's not because of women see themselves to be like, they see themselves to be like God. They see themselves to be like, they want themselves
The
first.
center of attraction.
They want themselves first in everything.
Yeah.
Well, I do understand.
Yeah, that's it. They want themselves first. So if you did not show them that kind of respect or love, sorry, your marriage will be toxic. Let me just put it like that.
Camilla, I think you have something to say.
Camilla wanted to say something.
Yeah, the floor is yours.
Sorry, he was talking, so I will let him talk first.
Yeah.
You finish and then I will talk later.
Yeah, I think he's done now.
Camila, you can go on.
Okay, sorry. I was listening what you said. Is all the points is really understandable in the relationship. The problem is like the partner, both partner doesn't understand their mental. Like I always like thinking about this because like you don't know your partner what they have to go through for the past and it affecting the mental issue.
Okay.
Some they have the house like really strict, very strict, and then when the partner is hard to communicate. Some they have really like toxic relationship with the parents and stuck with this person is because
Childhood
they
trauma.
believe that it's well that they are living happy life.
Yeah.
So in the middle of this, I know that this is the all relationship should do what he say. It's really understandable, but all the part is you guys like don't forget about the mentally,
Yeah.
the traumatized, all the thing that the past that they have to go through.
Yeah.
And both partner have been go through,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the biggest issue for both partner have. They will never understand that woman heard like this before, and the woman will never understand what men have to go through.
Yeah.
So it's just like just between the wall of the pain. It's really hard. It's really hard to find a person who understands you.
Yeah.
Even they try, but they will not understand 100%. They will support, but they can't feel the pain they all go through. And then it became trauma, and when we fight, we're gonna take those small things that the person done and became a big deal. It is something that I really wish that all the partners can focus on themselves for each other. Even me, I have my own issue, so many things.
We all do.
Everyone.
But the point is how to heal yourself and with your partner is the most difficult things you can get, like to another each other. You can find a man who manipulated you really well and make you mentally divorce situation.
Mm.
And the problem is who have been toxic childhood, they will never heal. It's hard to heal, and it's hard to maintain, to understand peace.
Mm.
It is really hard because I was there, and still, when I'm in peace, I feel like I am not in peace. There is no peace in the people mentally when you're literally been through. Yeah.
I feel you, Camila. I feel you. Don't worry. Maybe some other time we would come back here and talk about mental health, trauma,
Childhood trauma.
past traumas,
Yeah.
and the importance of healing. We'll talk about that in some other session,
Yeah,
maybe
Prosper
within
wants
the
to say
week. Yes, Prosper, you want to say something?
No, me, I'm just like, you see, women, no be lie, women sometimes, their way no pure. Make I use broken. Make I use broken to express myself.
Explain
If you're
yourself.
very peaceful, if you're a very peaceful guy,
Hi,
God, they will
Kwabena.
complain.
Mm-hmm.
They want to fight you for like 3 minutes, settle with you for like 2 days, then fight with you again.
That's, I would say that it all depends on the person you are with, because and
I
also
don't like
so
fights.
many ideologies. There are so many ideologies out there that corrupts the mind of people when it comes to relationship. You see, we just posted something on our TikTok account. We talked about propagandas that we will not fall for as a couple, and in that slide, there was one slide we talked about a happy wife, happy life. That's a very toxic mindset.
That's not true.
It's a very, very toxic mindset, and you realize that that is something that is trending so much out there, that and that is where we talk about selfishness again. It makes you the person to be at the center of all the attention, but relationship is not supposed to be like that. A relationship is supposed to be I give, you give, and it's supposed to be like we said earlier, it's 100%, each one of you bringing your all to make it work. You get me? But if you have that ideology, that happy wife, happy life, then guess what? It's bound to be toxic, because
True.
all the time you would want your partner to consider your feelings, your emotions, what you want, what you need, but you would never take time to understand your partner. You will never take time to understand what they want or what they need. You get it? So there are so many ideologies like these outside the world that young women like me are picking up, and they are carrying such ideologies, and then they want to get married tomorrow. They have such ideologies in their mind, right? Guess what? They would carry such ideologies and begin to practice it in their own marriages or in their own homes, if they don't come across someone to tell them that this ideology is not a good ideology. It's not even biblical. There is nowhere in the Bible that you would see that it says that happy wife, happy life.
So when the wife is not happy, life is not
life
happy.
is not happy.
Sorry, what is happy life, you wife? Like, what did it mean? Like,
They mean that your husband needs to do everything to make you happy all the time. So if you are happy in your relationship, nothing else matters. So what every the
you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything to make your husband happy.
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
point. You
That's
get
the
it?
point.
That's the point we are talking about. The fact that it's always centered around I, not about us. Until people learn to remove the I statement in their relationship and replace it with us, right? It is bound to be defective.
True.
The relationships are bound to be defective if that I. Thank you so much, Camila, for the gift. Hi, Kabena. How are you doing? Thank you for joining today's live session. Hi, Moran Wilson.
Camila, support your boy now. Support Prosper.
I think that concept of happy wife, happy life is it's coming from, I don't want to mention any group or whatever, but it's coming from those who I will not use the word failed, but who marriage or relationship was the opposite side for them.
Yeah.
And then they've given up hope and, and all that. Camilla was saying something that was very, very true, which is childhood trauma, the past, and all that.
Talk about it,
Yeah, which we will talk about later, which is also, it's very true.
yeah.
You get
It's a very
it's a very important
talk to
yeah,
have.
people bringing their past into their present, thinking that that is the ideology, that is the idea and all that. But we'll talk about that in our next life. So it is a manipulation to hijack the concept of relationship, because a relationship is mutual.
Yeah.
Two people growing together. It's supposed to be mutual. I'm growing, you're growing. You know, like it's are you in the Catholic I hear the bells. Prosper.
Oh, it's my phone Bible alert.
Oh.
Ah,
okay,
nice,
okay.
nice. So, like I was saying, it's two people, it's mutual. Two people agreeing together, growing together. Seriously, I keep saying that if you're in a relationship and you're not growing, and people will be asking, how do you grow in a relationship? It's very simple. You are not who you used to be before. You are now better. You know yourself that you are getting better in wisdom, in decision. People are seeing you and they are seeing changes, like changes. Improvement. Changes doesn't only apply to how you look. No, your mental faculty, the way you suggest, the way you contribute, how you speak. Maybe you were this type that speak volume before, but now you now speak calmly. You now see things differently. That is changes, and you know yourself that the relationship I am now is making me better, how I think, my partner's perspective. But it also has its negative side, because people can easily tell that, Omo, are you sure you are all right? Some people get to work, and then the way they look and all that, their expression, they are easily triggered outside, their opinion, they are shady, they give you the I don't really care, whatever you want you do. Then you have to ask such a person, are you okay? Is everything okay back home? Like, is everything okay? Because obviously, the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So definitely, if you have positivity inside, you will always express positivity. If you have negativity inside, there is no way you will express positivity. It will be negativity. Anyone who does not sleep well at night will not do well during the day. It will affect you. If you don't sleep well at night, and then the next day maybe you go to work or you try to do one of things, you'll be feeling sluggish, tired. Why? Because you didn't have a good night's rest. It's just that's the nature explanation. So it's the same thing as, if you do not have positivity inside, there's no way you will express.
So in conclusion, marriage should make you become a better version of yourself.
Exactly. It should make you a better version of yourself. It should improve you. It should expose you. It should broaden your perspective of how you see things.
So there should be like personal growth and development.
This is not just about making your partner better now. Like what I am saying now is not even about the other person now. I'm talking about yourself. There should be some growth. You understand? I have one question. How did you love each other? Yeah. So you see now that the way I'm talking now, this is the concept I'm using in my home. And the way she's talking, this is the concept she's using also. So you can see the balance, that we understand the fact that we both have a role to play. We both have...
Can you please close the mic? Can you please close the mic? I'm going to listen to them. Hey, why are you open the mic for?
Prosper, can you please close your mic?
Prosper, can you close your mic, please? Thank you, Prosper. So, the concept she has and the concept I have, we came together and we balance it. First of all, love is important. Love brings people together, but love is not
enough.
It's not enough. Love is, let me say that again. Love is very important. It brings people together, but love is not enough to keep people together.
Yeah, tolerance.
Tolerance.
There's just so many things.
Accountability. Camilla, don't worry, anything for you. tolerance, responsibility, accountability,
Forgiveness,
forgiveness. Those are the things that
understanding,
keep you
yeah,
together, praying together, communing together,
communication.
communication, discussing everything. That you more open-minded. Yeah, we are very open-minded. Like someone like me, personally like me, I like to see things in foresight. I'm very ambiguous, in my decision making. Ambiguity is one of my concepts. Like you don't just tell me this thing and then the way you tell me is the way I accept it. No, I look at it in different angle. What if it goes like this? What if it comes like this? What if it goes like this? And I present my what if to my partner. This is the way I see these things. What if? You understand? Why? Because I have sent a message to her, and then it will also now open her mind. Of recent, I see now that she's now doing the same thing. Once we want to make a decision, she is the first to be ambiguous about it, because I think she has copied that from me, and that is how it's supposed to be. And I've copied so many things from her too. There is this adage that says that the more you grow together, you begin to resemble each other. I have seen partners that you thought they are brothers and sisters.
So
I can see that.
there are like lots of things when it comes to, like, I want to say that when it comes to relationship, I really can't wait for us to get that conversation about healing and healing childhood trauma and everything, because it's a very important aspect that you need to consider before considering marriage, right? And also, a change of mindset is required.
Yeah.
If there is this popular word that you attract what you think. So if you start thinking a certain way, you begin to attract those things towards you. So as a person, first of all, you want a healthy relationship. The first thing you should ask yourself, who or what is a healthy partner? Once you ask yourself that question, the next thing to do is to try to become that healthy partner. Because lots of times we are interested, or we are seeking for the perfect partner, or the perfect person, or the right partner, but lots of time we do not work on becoming the perfect partner. You feel me, Camilla? So that idea of I want a perfect partner should also come with I want to be the perfect partner, which requires personal growth and development, which will require you to make certain adjustment, which will require for you to do a self-reflection and ask yourself, what is it if I had to be in a relationship with myself, for example, what is it about myself that I don't like? What character, what thing? Because, and I feel like you need a lot of transparency when it comes to this. Not to say that you shouldn't have self-love is very important. Yes, you can love yourself, but you would agree with me that we all have our flaws, and you should be able to recognize your flaws. Like, okay, these are my flaws, and I want to work towards becoming better. I want to work towards becoming better in this area of my life. So you start by working on yourself personally. Then secondly, shut down every ideology that is not in alignment with your idea for marriage. So when you go over the internet and you see toxic people, toxic relationship talks, don't entertain that.
Just swipe.
Do not entertain that. If you go online and hear men are scum, swipe. Because guess what? Those things will only poison your mind. There are good partners out there. There are good men and women out there. So if you spend time consuming such ideologies and you begin to think about it, remember, our mind is like a machine.
Yeah.
The more you think about it, for example, when you have a phone and you go on TikTok and you type a specific thing all the time, guess what? That is what your For You page will start recommending to you. Likewise, when you think about something over and over, you entertain something over and over, guess what? Your mind begins to accept it. Your mind begins to accept it. And that is what you don't want. You need that renewal of mind. that you need to renew your mind from the ideas of, okay, men are scum. Not all men are scum. Definitely there are some, but God will help them. But try to remove those mindsets. Likewise, as a man, right? Remove those ideologies of what the unideal woman
Yeah.
is all about. Don't focus on that. Focus on what you see as the ideal relationship. When you go online, look for happy couples. Not to say that happy couples do not have their own issues. They do have their own issues, but I would rather you focus your mind on listening to happy couples, listening to their stories, rather than focusing on all these men and women, especially. And the funny part is, why is it that when it comes to the idea of talking evil about marriage, it's always coming from women? I don't know. I really do not understand.
I do understand this point when like listing a positive thing on a happy couple.
Yeah.
But the part is, sometime when there's social media, the social media, suddenly people will tell the truth that the man cheating on this woman, the lovely couple that you look up to, is so disappointed. Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
in that stick to that person. I can hear so many. I have seen this type of positive couple. Suddenly they divorce. It felt so disappointing to listen up their
I
own
feel you,
advice.
Camila.
It felt so damaged to hear everything that all these people put effort
But guess
to
what?
showing publicly and try to be positive to all the relationship. I understand that. I would be like rather listen a God or a God word or a Bible or something like this is more that it will be disappointed because it's always have been written for more than 100,000 years
Yeah.
and have been by human experience. For me, I can't listen to this type of social media people because I cannot trust anymore because I've seen too many of them. But you too, may God bless you till 100 years forever. I want to see you have
Amen.
a child. I am ready to be auntie with God.
One thing is,
Camilla, no call wine us. Camilla, listen, make I tell you, that way they do now, wine. Tell us why you don't go fit trust anybody again.
hi Anobi, hi Muran.
Are you trying to tell me that your heart, you have locked your heart in a way that
Yeah.
your door nice?
You have closed shop for the year.
You have closed shop for the year, nobody can enter.
I am so
No,
sorry.
Prosper is here to break that door.
I am so sorry, my friend. I told you so many times that I will tell you this. I will be with my man, and I will love my man. I will be with my man, even it's gonna be anything to the thunder to the death. Nobody can break us apart, dog.
And
I'm clapping for that declaration. I'm clapping.
and Camila, right?
Stay committed to my man.
That's the mindset.
Camilla, let me tell you, sir, for your wedding, there will be the MC.
Your Prosper is going to anchor your wedding. It's going to make everybody feel all right on your wedding day.
So much, that would be really lovely, but it's something that I don't even know in this personal life. Why would I invite you?
Okay, Prosper.
my
Prosper,
goodness.
you need to understand something. Here in Finland, we are so personal. Like Finnish people are so personal. So Camila is almost like a Finnish woman already. So inviting people to the wedding, especially like I don't know.
Honestly, we
It's
need
so
to attend a Finnish wedding.
yeah, wedding is so personal here. So
Yeah, everything.
all like us in Africa, we share invitation, the crowd and all that. But
Camila, in my country, if you had on your invitation list, let's say 100 people, guess at the end of the day, you end up having 500 people at your
yeah,
wedding.
a lot of people come around.
But at my country, I remember my mom wedding. All my family invited all the village. All village and invited cousin and family.
Yeah.
And wait, I have one more question.
Yes, please.
This, you guys are
True.
like what we believe in and how we gonna maintain it. It just I love the culture. I love how beautiful where everybody comes from, and the reason why I'm with African is because I love to study how people believe and how they see the other people's eyes. It's really big difference. I live in Finland for 13 years. Finnish culture is so modern. It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
When I go, yeah, when I go to other side of people, meeting new people, they have shared their own culture. It's very beautiful. It's fascinating. But when you are in relationship, the most difficult thing to understand each other for me because
Um, you know, you have to just communicate. Communication is key to everything. Like when it comes to your different ideologies, you know, the thing is sometimes when we get in a relationship, we are so excited about everything, the emotions, the butterflies, and we turn to ignore having certain conversations, right? So I would say that firstly, what you can do is try to learn, do your own personal observation about the culture, and then try to have conversations around this. If you already understand that, okay, the person I'm with is from this culture, this is what the practice, and by the way, we both have different things that are practiced in our different cultures, but we not everything that are practiced in our different cultures that we go by.
Yeah.
You get it? So that part, and also have conversations, talk about it, you know. That's the best way to go about cultural differences or any differences at all. Talk about it, talk about how it makes you feel, talk about what you think, what you feel, and try to understand each other's perspective.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
We are sorry we didn't say hi. Yeah.
Hi,
Hi.
please feel
How are
free.
you? Where are you joining us from?
Oh, okay, I'm in Austria.
Oh, okay. Please share your thought, please.
Okay, it's about I had to request my mic because of what Camila is about to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Personally, I think when you meet the right person, who really loves you and who is wise enough, the person will make it easier for you to integrate in his culture. And learning culture is not something that you read in a book and after 3 days you understand everything.
Yeah.
It's a gradual process.
True.
So if you meet someone who is wise enough, he will lead
Hi,
you through the way
Elizabeth.
and you understand. And you will also lead him through the way to
True.
understand your own culture.
Culture.
All right. There are so many borderline traits that we have when it comes to culture. I don't think there's any culture that permits someone to kill another person, right? That means
Hi,
there's
Elizabeth. How are you
very defined
doing? Good
in
evening. Good
terms of
evening.
culture,
We are
right?
getting some
There are even
answers
just
and
a few
questions from
of
TikTok.
where we don't really agree on. You understand? For example, you cannot compare the modern culture of the Western society, the European culture, with that of Africa or Asia. Asia and Africa have similar culture, right?
Yeah.
So this is what I just wanted to say.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for the
Have you
contribution.
unmuted?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Yo, that was so nice. Yeah, Camila, say something.
yeah, I was like Asian and African. They have two similar culture,
Yeah.
but the big difference is that we have our own, both of us. The similar is the mother and father beat the kids. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Family
the
focus.
respect would
Yeah.
be are the main thing in both our culture that I learned. There's some few things that African and Asian they do believe the same similars, but the rest is like far away from me. I'm like, I'm trying to understand this African culture, which is so hard. The same way he tried to understand Thai culture is really hard. But the best part is in our relationship is sharing food in between culture. Like he loves my food. I make very like I love spicy food and he eat it. Sometimes he has got diarrhea, but thank God he's okay. But it's the food in making the like combination the best thing that we can communicate.
Yeah.
Actually, like the thing that I
Camila, can you tell me like 2 examples of where you differ?
what? from Senegal.
Okay. So what areas do you think you guys are different?
Different, like
Yeah.
not the same. Which area are you guys not the same?
I don't know if this the way it include religion as well. So he's not Christian, so Muslim. So it's kind of a bit effect. So Buddha is more freedom after believing of like a karma and this and that, and there's a involved with his religion as well. It's affecting like the man is always housed. Everything is it's for me it's hard to understand something like African people believe and Asian people doesn't believe. It's like I like kids and I will this is so cute and then he told me that if you do that they would think that you're giving them a curse.
Okay, Camilla, this is why I actually asked the question that I asked. Because Africa is not a country, right? And you should know that in Africa, religion plays a very big role in
Yes.
some people's views. It may not necessarily be a cultural thing.
Yeah.
You understand? So, what you just explained is the person is a Muslim. And even I, who is a Christian, I may even find it even much more difficult to be with someone who is a Muslim. Do you understand? I'm African, and there are other people. Like in Nigeria, we have so many tribes. We have up to 500 tribes.
Even more than.
Tribes too. Yeah, in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And they, like for example, in the north, they have problem with marrying from the southeast, which is the Igbos, because of the religious problems.
Yeah.
Right. So it is not necessarily the African culture. It is more related to the religion.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, I do understand. Thank you so much. It is understandable, and even I used to, you know what I mean. I'm just like learning African culture, and I know that Africa is really big continent as well. And I try to learn the different countries, communicate, and to talk, but it's trying to understand to improve myself to showing that I really do love his culture, but the problem is there is no Senegalese woman here. So like I cannot go there and cook the food, the meal that he like. I don't even know. Only I cook the Thai food.
The internet is your friend.
Yeah.
Internet is your friend, because I know there are lots of times when I got married to David, in as much as Cameroon and Nigeria are not so far-fetched, but
Yeah.
we have like lots of different foods. We have a couple of meals that are quite similar, but we have lots of different meals. So sometimes if I feel like I see something online that looks yummy, I would go online, search it on TikTok or on YouTube, try to follow the recipe or whatever thing that was shown in the video. So that's what sometimes I do. And if it's also, you also need to check availability of the ingredients that you need. Is it easy to find around or not, and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
I understand, but
Hi, Mark.
like I have tried few food from Senegal, but not all, and I want to understand the taste of it, just not looking at the video. I want to understand the part. But sorry, Robert, let me tell you about the bridesmaid money. You want an Asian girl, you should. I'm sorry, Asian girl, we are not taking this stuff. You can go find someone who have this culture, but all Asian.
I think Indian has this culture where the ladies pay bride price, but I think it's
It
when they are
depends.
marrying themselves. Yeah,
Yeah.
family. I think themselves, but I don't know. Prosper, I don't know where you will go to.
Hi, Mark. We are doing okay. We are doing fine. How about you? How you doing?
So Camilla,
Brother, check it.
yeah,
Brother, check it. Now, after you pay bride price finish, you go enter marriage, they go distress your life. If you don't make women now, they pay bride price, maybe we don't say,
no.
Because if you check it, it's because of they're not paying bride price. That's why they're doing like that. Too.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Want to know about this? Like, it's the
bride price culture in Africa is a big thing
Where are you
when you
connecting
want to
from, Mark?
get married. Yeah, so it's part of the marriage routine. Let me use the word routine.
Marital rights or
Marital
whatever.
rights or whatever. Yeah,
Where are you connecting from,
and
Mark?
it is. I don't know, but it is very important to us. Very,
Not
very important to us
like
as Africans, especially Nigeria. Let me speak for my country, Nigeria, where I'm from, and also from Cameroon as well. Yeah.
So is the man the one who
pays.
pays?
Yes.
Yes.
So, for example, if an African man is going to marry from Europe, definitely Europeans, they don't pay bride price, so he doesn't have to worry about bride price and stuff like that. But if a European or American or whatever is coming to marry from Africa, you have to pay the bride price. It's a must.
So
I don't understand. Wait, I don't understand it. Like, if a man is going to marry white woman, we are not going to pay.
Yeah, they don't have bride price. They know they do bride price for you.
Sorry, it doesn't matter. For them, they don't care. For them, it's not that cultural.
Yes, it's not part of their culture. Is all you need is
Come and give me invitation, oh.
all you need is parents' consent. You get it. Once the parents consent to your union, that's all. You can go ahead and have your court wedding or whatever wedding you want to have. So, Prashu is saying, oh, Louisville, USA. That's nice. We are connected from I say USA.
aha.
From Finland. Hi,
Greenie, how are you?
Prashu.
Good evening.
Baby, just wait a moment. Hi everyone from YouTube. Good evening. Good evening. I am Alison and this is David. We are from David is from Nigeria and from Cameroon, and we are connected from Finland. Let us know in the comment section where you're connected from. Shout out to you, Prashu. Shout out to you, Mark. Welcome. I cooked
Okay, Greenie was-
a goosey soup.
Yeah, Greenie
After
was
this
saying
live
something.
session, we go chop na soup.
Okay, Camilla, good night. Greenie was saying something to Prosper. Prosper, Greenie wants to talk to you. Camilla, Prosper says she wait.
Yeah, I just googled something, just really quick. Europe, it was part of their culture to pay a bride price. It was just cultural diffusion or a few factors that made them
Change.
jettison that. Yeah, so because I know from the Bible, because they are the ones that wrote the Bible, there's theory there, right? So it means along the line something happened and they stopped. They are the ones that why before Uncle now, what do you want me to
Hi, Greenie.
Actually, they are not the one. Thank you for that contribution, but we are all learning. They are not the one that wrote the Bible. Actually, the part where the Bible came from is not Europe at all.
Okay. The Bible is a Jewish tradition. It's like from the Israelites, and the Israelites are in the Middle East.
So it's not Europe.
So it's not even the story of the Europeans. It has nothing to do with Europeans. It has nothing to do with Americans. It's, it originated from Israel.
The time,
Yeah.
Camilla is saying something true. Greenie, you want to say something?
Thank
Please
you so
contribute.
much, Mark. Hope to have you some other time.
It don't make sense as Nama they pay bride price, oh. Don't say Nama.
Prosper wants free things. How can
Thank
you be
you,
like
Camilla.
that? Greenie, how far now?
You know me before when you start the gold digger. I'm not posting before.
Prosper, wait till you talk.
I'm not toast you before when you start.
I beg.
I beg you. No go call me gold digger before my future wife lost me. I beg you. Plenty women here like me won't marry me, so no go call me gold digger. I beg you.
Prosper, go and look for money. Go and look for money.
You're too much.
With my personality, what I carry.
Prosper no one pay bride price. Prosper, if you don't want pay bride price, go find Weibo woman now. Ah, but
Prosper, what do you want now? I have to go and sleep. So Prosper, Camilla is asking you, what do you want now? She wants to go and sleep. Yeah.
Oh, Camilla, you're waiting for me. So, Camilla, do you know I had a dream about us. Do you know? I had a dream like that day. That day I was putting on black suit
Ah.
and we're putting on white gown. I was like, what's up? What's happening in this dream? What's going on here? Then before you know, when I look front, I saw Reverend Father standing at the front of us. Then when I look at the back, I saw
people.
David. I saw everybody here. And they were like, yes, come here, yes. Then when I listened to the Reverend, I say, you may kiss your bride.
This story, this story, balance.
I never want to marry a man who won't give me a bride price. That is the like, you have to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we have to go off this live. Oh, our battery is getting low.
Good night, guys.
Good night,
Guys,
guys.
thank you for tonight, guys. Thank you for educating.
Yeah, bye-bye, okay?
I'm just tired. Leave someone's girlfriend, please.
Dream more about you.
Not really. Wait. Mama, beg, don't even talk about that kind of thing. If you know the last time I chopped ekwang,
Guys.
I just the plan say the day where I go visit Cameroon, the way I go chop, I go surely come back with 5 kgs extra. I tell you, I cook koki yesterday, but I'm like, imagine, just buy some fresh corn, can make some sweet koki corn. Hey, life taste.
Alex, is this lady from Cameroon?
Yes, please, she's from Cameroon.
Oh, Cameroon lady, how you doing?
Prosper, avoid her. Oh my God.
Greeny, how you doing? Greeny, I thought you were from Nigeria because you know the guys that Nigerian people they do. Me, I'm running away from our women. I'm following and they follow.
Don't.
So Greeny, what's up? My name is Prosper. At least Camilla is no longer here, so. Hello.
Okay, guys, thank you all so much for joining tonight's session. Thank you all so much. See you some other time.
Are you eating?
Maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. We don't know exactly. But anytime you see us live, make sure to join so we can have interesting conversations about relationship, love, and marriage. Thank you all so much for joining. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and always like and comment our videos so we can get to know who on here is on our community and we can get to connect more. Thank you guys. Good night.